About 5:30 a.m., 2 hours into the hike, getting up into the Alpine, and the sun is about to rise. It is beautiful up here. What a morning. There's the objective there on the other side of the cliff wall. It's pretty amazing. Pretty stoked right now. There she is in all her glory. Running a little bit later than I wanted. I was hoping to be at the base around this time, but I'm gonna keep pushing, keep an eye on how warm things are getting, and take it from there.
I think what really draws me into Nevada is the unknown, and not knowing the approaches, not having any beta, and conditions line up very seldomly. There's no guidebook, there's no info, and that's kind of the allure and kind of what has really drawn me to it, is the whole adventure, and finally going out there and seeing how the whole puzzle comes together is exciting and addicting. Just the exploration of the unknown, and it's constant problem solving in the mountains, and that's what I really enjoy. That's what keeps me super excited about the project. I think what really opened my eyes to skiing in Nevada was competing. I was traveling to Colorado and Utah all the time for free ride comps, and constantly driving through Nevada on Highway 50 and Highway 80, and just traveling through these beautiful mountains and never skiing them, always just staring out the window, just gaping out the window like, whoa, what is that? What's that? I think the Mountain State Project represents everything that I really love and enjoy about skiing right now. It's what I'm most passionate about.
I think when most people think of Nevada, they think of barren desert and Las Vegas. But as a backcountry skier, the potential's endless.
Man, I fucking love it out here, dude. We're so remote and so far out here, it's like, it feels like it's never been touched by man or something.
Ready to do this? Yeah, buddy.
Let's go.
To me, I just find it inspiring, and I just mind surf everything. Every time I'm driving through there, whether it's snow in the middle of winter or whether it's summer, I'm just constantly inspired and like scheming and plotting how to get on these mountains and how to go ski these lines and peaks.
This is like exactly what I love, going where people don't go, going further than people want to go, and pushing yourself physically, mentally to ski the stuff that's not easy.
Whew, made it to the top. It is beautiful up here. Desert views are pretty unreal.
Explore things and see things that other people haven't seen in the winter.
We skied some legitimate POW runs today, which was really cool and something I did never expect to do on this project.
Oh man, so this is year 2 of trying to do this project. We got skunked 3 times last year. 6-hour approaches to Arc Dome just to get up over the ridge and find that the whole peak is wind scoured and all rock. We did that twice last year. It was so bad that we went and skied a sand dune.
Were you almost to the point of calling off the project?
With another slow start to the season, I didn't really know what we should be doing. Should we be pursuing this project? Should we just bag it and wait till they have a decent year? You know, our first trip, we were just kind of shot in the dark and hoping for the best. And we went out to the Independence and I think we scored. You know, the conditions weren't POW, but good coverage and straight adventure the whole way.
Woo! Beautiful. Just another beauty sunrise.
It kind of was exactly what we needed to get the wind in our sails and kick things off with a good start.
10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, drop.
There we go. The path less traveled.
Yeah, after a few days in the Independence Range, we decided to just fully roll the dice and go for a route on our sleds through the desert.
Bumped across the highway here. We're trying to get to Jarbidge. As the crow flies, it's very close. It's less than 50 miles. Only winter road is a 5.5 hour loop from here. Got to go up into Idaho and drop back down. I had the genius idea of trying to take the summer route, some backwood dirt roads and a little snowmobile approach. I don't know. I think we're gonna make it. I'm gonna be optimistic here. We're gonna make it.
I honestly agree with you. I think we're gonna make it too, but fuck, it's gonna be wild.
What you know about sun up to sundown?
Every day. All right, 47 miles.
Let's do it, homie. Let the games begin.
Man, talk about the ultimate adventure and unknown, trying to go over some mountain paths you've never seen, not sure if the roads are going to be wind blown in, if you can stay on the road, steep drainages on all sides. If this road isn't passable, we're not making it down into town, but we're fully committed.
We're up on the path. Alpine paradise here, dude. This is rad. Road to Jarbidge update. I got ski boots on. Town is just down the road, another 10 miles. We're up on this mountain pass, and it seems pretty powdery, so we gotta take a ski break. 3, 2, 1, drop. Drop.
Making it down into the town of Jarbidge, man, that was definitely like the biggest adventure of my season. Just rolling down into that mining town with like town of 20. There's the 5 locals that hung out at the bar each night, and we'd come in, they'd always want to hear our stories. What'd you guys get into today? And it was just a really cool vibe.
My name is Jay Stiegel. We're in Jarbidge, Nevada, in front of the Red Dog Saloon. Yeah, I mean, it's the most unique geographic area in the country. There's no other place like it in the world. It's kind of a geologist's wet dream, if you will. I mean, everybody that's come up here has fell in love with the place. Usually once a year we get some people skiing, but I think you guys have been the most extreme.
Yes, dude. Fired up. It is so beautiful here. Desert scapes on both sides. So fired up, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Eighth night in a row of being out in the mountains for the sunset. Doesn't get any better. Sun up to sundown, baby. We're tired, but it's so worth it. Love it.
Skiing in Nevada is a total obsession. I mean, as soon as we finish one trip, I'm back on Google Earth, scouring over maps, trying to route find, figure out where we're going for the next trip. And you gotta be like on top of the forecasts, and the forecasts are never right. That's definitely been the biggest struggle, is getting a decent forecast and also knowing how much snow is really out there. You really don't know until you go.
2 hours that way. We'll put the skins on. All right, let's do it.
Which is cool, but is very time consuming as well.
After about 6 weeks of no snow, it finally snowed. And we're gonna try and strike. We're heading to the Ruby Mountains. Instead of kind of doing the standard Lamoille Canyon and Terminal Cancer route, we're gonna dig deeper into some of the further nooks and crannies and look for some less traveled terrain. Hopefully find some nice spicy nuggets out there. Finally, it's Bluebird. Super fired up. Hopefully we can step into some lines today. 3, 2, 1, drop.
That's the beauty of Nevada. Most of these ranges are more or less unexplored, so you don't know where to go and what it's gonna look like. I think it was 2 years ago, my friend sent me an image of a hole in the mountain peak in East Humboldt Range. As soon as I saw that line, I knew it had to happen. And at this point, it's like beyond obsession.
Yeah, I couldn't really be more excited about this. We've been skiing in the range for about a week now, so I'm feeling very confident and comfortable with the snowpack, which you need to for these lines because they are massive. Shall we?
Maybe talk about your crash.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Maybe we won't use it, but
Yeah. Yeah, where do I start with that?
Last time I was here, had one of the gnarliest crashes of my life. Almost killed myself. I'm at the base of where the whole shit went down.
We have such short weather windows and we've been battling weather so much. I feel like when it's go time, we gotta go. And we were in the area. I wanted to just poke over and look at this line in the East Humboldt range, and I knew if it looked good that I was gonna ski it. And we got there, drove around the range, and it looked good. There was snow in it. It looked skiable. So I got up the following morning at 4 a.m.
how you feeling, buddy?
Woo! Pretty fired up, man. Got a really sick objective today. Skinny, long couloir with pretty decent approach, so hence the dark. Getting an early start, fired up to go see what it looks like.
Honestly, I was feeling pretty good. You know, people are always like, how do you keep going? How do you keep going? And it's just excitement. I'm tired like everyone else, but so amped and so excited about seeing these things and skiing these things that it gives me that energy that I need to keep moving.
2 hours into the hike, getting up into the Alpine, and the sun is about to rise. It is beautiful up here. What a morning. Wow, amazingly beautiful morning. Alpenglow. There's the objective there on the other side of the cliff wall. It's pretty amazing. Pretty stoked right now.
Catching the sunrise up on the ridge before making my final approach to the base of the couloir was just nothing short of amazing.
There she is in all her glory. Running a little bit later than I wanted. I was hoping to be at the base around this time, but I'm gonna keep pushing, keep an eye on how warm things are getting, and take it from there.
And this line is like, when you look at it, you're like, how is snow even sticking to that? It just looks like a cliff with somehow some white spackle on it. Started booting up the couloir, and man, that thing is steep. It's definitely one of the steepest things I've ever hiked up for that long. Hiking was pretty good. As I got to the top, I was able to work my way into the top of the main couloir. And the snow was pretty good. I had pretty good confidence in the snow that I was gonna be able to ski it pretty fast and beat my slough.
10 seconds for Daiek.
You know, in hindsight, that was a horrible decision.
Come on, dude. 3, 2, 1, drop. You.
My ski punched under a wind crust layer, and it immediately sent me over the bars. I'm embarrassed that I even did that, would make such a poor decision. Man, I'm lucky to be alive. That makes you think twice. What the hell am I doing? The frustrating part for me is that this line is within my ability, and why do I want to try and push the limits in variable snow on a line of this caliber? It was a lapse in judgment, and I'm grateful that it allowed me to ski away that day.
That was one of the gnarliest things I've ever witnessed.
However, I'm a stubborn son of a bitch, and I'm gonna go ski that fucking line, and I can't wait to go do it. been nothing short of challenging, testing our patience, demoralizing at times.
Oh, God.
But we've also had some really high moments too. Getting to ski some of these remote peaks out in the middle of nowhere with no one in sight in all-time conditions, that's the allure. That's what we want. That's what we're like searching for. And when you get it, man, is it rewarding. It's like a golfer, I think, would be like, oh, just that one clean hit makes you keep coming back for more. And that's like the same thing we're looking for as skiers. You get that one perfect run. You just want to go back and get more and more and more. Standing on peaks with Mike in the Independence Range, on top of the peaks in Jarbidge with Hazen and Trevor and...
Oh, buddy! Yes! Damn!
Getting to share these moments with your friends that make it special. And those are the things that create lifelong relationships. And
Those are the times that are going to keep me coming back.
What do you got there, Josh?
Oh, we're just gonna do a little snow test. Snowballs were exploding, so that makes me a little hesitant, but I figure if the rock plugs in there, it'll at least be edgeable. Ooh. Yeah.